What up, what up? And again, thanks to everyone for the response to my last video. I appreciate, all the good discussion, all the good debate. It's like like a boy Chase says, not everybody has to agree, and it's a good thing. I'd like to thank all the good points everybody made. Some of y'all were hating, but that's okay. As long as you're watching, I'm glad. And I think on my own behalf, it's like when I made that video, it was very fresh off the fight. It was very raw. It was just I didn't really put it together like I could have. This it's a give and take. When it's a good thing. Just sometimes when I make the videos, to make be as raw as possible, so I can just get it out there to you. But man, that it may have been some things and some misunderstandings. Now, keep in mind, I meant every word I said, and that's not misunderstood that way. I didn't misspeak. I was just told everything's out there. But now that I have a cooler head, it's like I just want to just clarify some things that if they weren't clear or misunderstood. I have nothing against the ground game. I have nothing against any style of fighting, as long as there's an effort and there's a fight, as it was. I think Leites, lost his nerve midway through the fight, and I do not think he was pulling guard or trying to encourage the ground fight. I think he wanted out of there, and I think he was. I believe in my heart, without a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, his actions were motivated by fear when he was flopping down on his back whenever Anderson Silva tried to engage. Now, I think Anderson may have played around a little bit, didn't really do what he could have done. However, I don't think he was as bizarre as the Cote fight. I think he was, he came in there, he fought, and I don't think he was scared of the ground. I think he wanted to avoid the ground. It's kind of the same thing like with Dan Henderson versus Paul Harris. He didn't want no part of the ground. He didn't want that jiu-jitsu. He wasn't going to play into his opponent's strength. He got down there a little bit and he worked his way out, and he wanted to fight. Same thing with Anderson Silva. Now, I think if you want to take the fight to the ground, you should take the fight to the ground. You've got to take these guys down. I don't think that you can lay on your back and somehow your opponent is obliged to follow you there. I think that's ridiculous to assume that. I don't know if that's any clearer than my last video, but I just think I believe in my heart from what I've seen that Leites was motivated by fear in what he was doing. He wasn't trying to win the fight, and I thought that was disgusting and pathetic. I think that a real problem here is, yes, Anderson Silva did not look great in his last couple fights. He didn't do what we knew he could do to them. But that's the thing. I think the problem is the outcomes of those last two fights were not in doubt. He didn't look spectacular like he was, but we knew he was going to win the fight. Those guys didn't have a chance. I mean, sitting up there just a second ago, I was watching a card or something, and I was watching UFC 83, I believe, Pride of a Champion, and I was watching his highlights, before the fight with Dan Henderson. And when he did that stuff, I mean, when he fought Chris Lieben, there was a question: how's this guy gonna do in the UFC? Because he's been up and down. He's been losing to Chris Liebens and Rio Chonens and Kases and stuff like that. I mean, how's he going to do, stepping into the UFC? And, he passed with flying colors. How's he going to take it? Can he beat Rich Franklin? Because Rich Franklin was hot then. He did that, and so on and so forth. He's been passing every test and looking amazing while he's doing it. His last two fights didn't look all that great, and everyone's like throwing a hissy fit. Boring fights happen. I can accept that. When people don't fight, when people just cower away, like the latest thing. Some people may agree with me on that, some people don't, but I think that's a better, more clear-headed version of what I'm talking about here. But back to the point is, there is no challenge now at middleweight. He made the amazing look routine for the last couple of years. Now, He's making the easy look hard. I mean, you know, these guys that they're putting against him, that are the guys that are left. There's no match. They are no match for Silva. There's no. I mean, look. When Dan Henderson came in there, Silva wasn't going to dance. He was in danger. Or same thing with like Rich Franklin or any of these other guys. Now, there's no danger. I mean, what? I mean, it's natural human nature. When you're not pressed, you're going to use a zest. Sorry, that was lame, but when you're not under pressure, you're going to relax, you're going to chill, you're not going to show, it's not going to come out of you like it's been coming out of him. Because, you know, it's like we wonder, like, how's he going to do against Dan Henderson? This is going to be the man to finally challenge him. And he's on fire in that fight and takes Dan out. Same thing with James Irvin. How's he going to do it light heavyweight? Now, there's nothing. I mean, what? Can he beat Patrick Cote? Yeah. Yeah, he can. But can he beat Leites? Yeah. Sure. There's no question anymore of whether he's going to win. There's no question what he can do. What we need to do, what they need to do is challenge this man again. Unfortunately, as champions, there's no challenge in that division anymore. I mean, your people sit up there and just throw it. What about Okami? What's Okami going to do? Catch another foot to the face accidentally and win? He has no chance. But Nate Marquardt's been working on his striking. And he'll get squashed again. Same thing with Dan Henderson. I'm sorry, but laying on Anderson Silva is not going to work for 25 minutes. I mean, going on and on and on and on. But, bottom line is, this is happening because there is no challenge. And there needs to be a challenge. I mean, I don't care if they, in fact, I've been thinking, you know, sure, I've been thinking about this for a while before the fight, so this is not totally influenced by it, but how important is the middleweight division? It seemed to me like it was a stopgap between 170 and 205. That's what it seems to feel like. Displaced the 170 and 205 refugees that are just gathered in a place, you know, where they can fight easy or something. I mean, maybe they should even just eliminate that. Everyone goes back to their other division. If you can make 170, okay. If you can make 205, whatever. Because frankly, there's nothing there. I mean, if you take Silva out of the equation, it's a very unspectacular division, a very boring division compared to the counterparts on either side. It seems like a real dry place for a while. But anyway, again, thanks everybody for the response. Thanks for the feedback. This is more along the lines of what I've been feeling lately. And I'll be back with some more stuff. See y'all later. Oh yeah, thanks again for all the new subscriptions. Appreciate it. Play my videos. Play my videos. And until then, MMA to the 4th.